Hello everyone, hope you're having a great day. In today's video we're going to highlight some of our player specific features we have for the bot. We're going to start with our blank channel that's been registered to our PlayStation Livonia server. And the first thing we're going to do is let's go find some players that have some activity in the game. As we showed before in our separate video for the bases, we have some commands to get general activity on our server. Let's find the gamer tag that's got some movement in game. So the first thing I'm going to do, of course, once the channel has been registered, I'm going to issue my / command bases. And I'm going to pick an interesting one. Let's pick all tents on map. As you saw in the bases video, this is going to display all of the maps that have been placed in our game server. So I'm going to select that one and I'm going to hit enter. I'm going to let the bot do its thing. And I should be presented with an image of all of the maps that have been placed in my map. So let's see, we've got a total of 55 found. I'm going to click on this image and let's pick, let's go up here. Let's see what we've got. So we've got a couple of people placing bases around the airstrip here. Let's go with this first one, Alex. Let's get out of there. I'm going to dismiss this one. Alright, so let's go to player. Once you type /player, you will get a list of all of the available commands under the root of player. So let's start with some stats. I'm going to go up here. If you don't see the mouse moving a whole bunch, it's because I'm using the keyboard. Sometimes it's a little easier to navigate. But I'm going to click stats by gamer tag. I can see that I've got an option to specify the gamer tag I want to look at. Once you do that, we always recommend that you use the autocomplete. So all I'm going to do is type a few characters of the gamer tag that I'm looking for. And autocomplete will give you some options of gamer tags that match ALE. This is the gamer tag that we're going to pull some stats for. So let's go ahead and select that. And I'm going to hit enter. And for the basic overall stats, this is what we get. So let's see what we've got here. First thing we can see is we do not have a Discord name associated, so that tells me that that player never linked their gamer tag, which of course their bank balance is going to be 0. They don't have a Discord account to participate in the economy. They've never been killed by anybody in game. We've got a little bit of survival data here. Longest run was 3 hours. The last time we saw him online and when we first saw them join the server. Player also never died. All right, must be a good player. One thing that's different between when a player pulls public stats versus when an admin pulls stats is we will display the last known position to the administrator so that you can see you know, the last position that they had in game before they logged off. Of course, if you click this, as always, it's going to take you to your iSurvive link, so you can see, get a little bit more granularity on where that position sits in the map. We've got some bases. Here are the tents that player laid. And also, if you have no build zones defined, they will show up here. If some of those gates or whatever were built in areas that you deemed no build zones, you can easily find violators. We also have some ban stats here if the player has been banned or if their alt has been banned as well. And down here at the bottom, you have their device ID if it has been captured by the bot. The reason for the device ID is so that you can ban alts by hard-coded number or if the bot automatically picked it up. All right, so let's see what else we have. Now that we have the stats, if we want to get detailed stats for the bases built by that player, we can do the same thing. I'm going to select bases by gamer tag and I'm going to type the first few letters of the gamer tag. Here's our player again. I'm going to select it. And now I get a little bit more granularity into what bases that player has built and where they have been placed. We can see here it's got 3 tents. a couple of large tents and a medium tent. We also have information on when that tent was placed, and of course the location where the event occurred. Alright, let's see what else we have here. We have bases, we have our stats. Okay, suspected associates. This is an interesting one. We're semi-prototyping this feature. It is available out for everybody to use. What this is useful for is to figure out if a problem player on your server is running with anybody else, whether they'd like to admit it or not. So I happen to have a gamer tag here. Actually, let's try the same player we have been querying so far. And of course, like I mentioned before, if you don't see the mouse moving, I'm using my up and down arrow to move through the selection process. And then once I'm on the gamer tag I want, I just simply hit the tab key and the gamer tag will be auto-filled in the field below. So now we can see this player's got no known associates found, but I happen to know of one that does. So let's go peruse that. Let's go after this gamer tag here. I'm gonna hit tab to autocomplete, hit enter. And what this command will give me is the gamer tags that were found within a 200-meter radius of this person in the last month. So here we have another gamer tag that has been found at an average distance between in close proximity within 43 meters to that gamer tag, also not linked to Discord. And we've got some information on that player, and also we have this the ban status there. All right, now that we've seen that, let's get rid of that data. Let's see what else we can see here. Okay, last kills on map. This command, yeah, even though it's here, it's going to give me a public view of the last 500 PvP kills on map. But as you can see, this one doesn't give me a whole lot of info. It's more of a, overall, call it a heat map, if you will, of where the majority of kills are happening. However, we do have a couple of different ones that I think will prove to be useful. So this command here on top, the last kills on map with the killer name. What this is going to give me is a map image of the last 500 PvP kills on the map. However, it's also going to give me the gamer tag of the person that did the killing. So if you've got somebody claiming they killed somebody somewhere, this is a quick way for you to get an overview of where that happened. Now, of course, the feed will post, right, for the individual kill. This is just a command to get kind of all of those kills grouped in one image. So let's see, we've got black Lego over here on top. Let's go after that one. Oh, hold on, before I move on with that, we also have, I showed you the image of the last kills on map with the killer name. We also have the same thing, but with the victim name. So in this case, let's go back here before we execute that. We know that a kill occurred here. Black Lego was the gamer tag that did the killing. Let us now execute this command with the victim name and see what we get. And we have 16. And now, so now we can see here that was the victim for that same kill we were looking at a little bit earlier. So Black Lego killed Eddie Sniper. All right, let's go back here. And now that we've got that data, let's do stats by gamer tag, and I'm gonna go with Eddie. As before, I'm just gonna type a few letters of the gamer tag, let the autocomplete do it for me. I'm gonna hit tab, enter, and now we've got some information here. And I know, we got this from the picture, but this is where in the death dossier, you see here, there's death by player is 1, last killed by Black Lego. We've got some other deaths that happened in map. We've got some, time data here. And then we can see a little bit more detail on how that player has died. Been killed by zombies 3 times, bled out once, killed by a player 1 time. We also get some stats related to your zones for admin zones or trader zones and PvP zones. So if any of those deaths occur inside of a trader or admin zone or outside of a PvP zone, they will be captured here. And of course, the last known position, we've got some quick base breakdown. We note that player hasn't placed any tents or built any gates or watchtowers or raised flags. The player is also not banned or alt banned. Let's keep going. Let's see. Okay. So if we want a little bit more detailed information about that PvP death, we can navigate down here to PvP death by gamertag. And let's go with Eddie again. I'm gonna pick Eddie, I'm gonna pick Hunter. And what you get now is a bit more detail, more granular information about that particular incident. Again, if you're dealing with a complaint and you want a little bit more data on how that kill happened and where people were when that happened, this is the way to do it. So now I know that this is some generic information about the player first, the last survivor the player was using, the last known location, and now we're gonna display the last 15 PvP deaths in chronological order. So we have 1 for this player. Here we have his gamertag, killed by Black Lego with a BK at 6.5 meters, and we've got the location of where both players were when that happened, and if it occurred inside an admin zone or outside of a PvP zone, and when the death was recorded. So that should give you some insight to solve disputes and such. All right, we've covered suspected associate stats, PvP deaths. We've covered this command that gives me all of that good info. PvP kills, right? So this is the reverse of the command we just executed, where you want to get some more detailed information about a PvP death. Let's go ahead and issue this one, but in this turn, we're gonna do Black Lego because we know he's got at least 1 kill. So we're gonna pick this gamer tag, hit enter, and now we're gonna have the reverse information on the total number of kills. We've got some stat information. Actually, Black Lego's got 2 kills, so we're gonna get info on both of those. He killed this gamer tag with a BK, and this gamer tag with a BK. Good shot, headshot. All right, let's get rid of some of this data, and let's go back in here and see what else we got. Flags. Yes, so this will give you a detailed flag stats, but I think on this map we only got one flag in map, so let's maybe not waste time with that. As we mentioned when we were doing the bases video, this is the command to delete all of the base records for a particular player if a player stops playing or gets banned. Stats, global stats. So global stats is an interesting one. We added this command for server owners that maintain multiple DayZ servers. So let me show you an example of that. If I were to do stats by gamertag, let's pick my gamertag here. This is going to show me my stats for the PS Livonia server, right? Which is the channel that the game that this channel is registered for. So I've got very granular stats and my last known position and my device ID, and all of the information related to things that happen on this game server. Now, since we host several servers, if I wanted to get my global stats for all of the game servers where this gamer tag appears, I can do that by pulling the stats by my Discord, and the bot will find all of the DayZ servers under your guild that this gamer tag appears and pull that information for you. So here we go. It's got quite a bit of information now, but you can see here that for this particular, let's focus on this section here. Okay, for this particular player, we've got him playing on PlayStation. That is the gamer tag that's being used on PlayStation. Some of the information, the basis, the amount of times the player has been, this dead, last seen online, and the time that the player joined. But we've also got the player, the same Discord name linked to an Xbox gamer tag. That's this gamer tag here, and the device ID for that. So this allows you to get a bit a broader overview. It's also very useful if you're trying to figure out if a problem player has been banned on one of your servers, if the ban carried across to your other game servers. Let's see, we did global stats, we've got flags. Death is self-explanatory. That's going to give me detailed stats on. Let's go ahead and pull that. It's easier to just show you. All right, so now we're going to get detailed stats on all of the deaths this player has had in game and the type of death it was. We've got a couple suicides here. Looks like that's pretty much it. Let's see what else. We covered this on, yeah, this will give you the gates, all of the gates that the player has built in map. The kills by gamer tag, the flags, and the base alarms. We'll cover that in a separate video, but I think I'm gonna cut this one here. Let me know if there's anything specific you'd like me to cover on another video. As always, just comment and or hit us up on our support Discord, and we'll be happy to work with you. Again, adding a lot of these features is somewhat simple for us. Or if there's something you'd really love to see that would really help you administer your servers, just feel free to reach out. All right, I'm going to stop this video here. Hope you all enjoyed it, and see you on the next one.